Hi guys, I'm come on in here, and yeah, I've got a little creative inspiration. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. First off, I wanted to show you something, and I've never worn these yet, but I found these. Look at these. They're so absolutely amazing. They're brand new. And yeah, they're these little glitter, but the thing that I love is this little heel. It's a tiny heel, so that's great. And yeah, brand new. So I don't have any shoes on right now. No shoes. So we're going to put those shoes on when I show these little outfits. Amazing, guys. Got those shoes on. But it's so simple, and it doesn't cost you anything, but you get a super amazing, cute little look with this. You take an oversized shirt, and you can actually take any size shirt you want. But what I did was, so this is a plain white men's shirt. And what I did was, I wanted to give it a more fitted look. Like if you wanted to really do this like a proper way, you probably want to take a little measuring tape and measure it exact, but I just kind of eyeballed it. And the way I did it was I counted down the buttons. So I kind of like 1, 2, 3 buttons, and then a little lower, like about there, and then I went across and I added a very simple little gather. I did the same thing, I measured it and did the same thing on the other side, so that I counted the buttonholes and I gathered that. And what that did was it gave the shirt a really cute, kind of just a really romantic fantasy kind of look that you can style all different ways. And I did a couple of them, and so I thought I would share those looks. But what we'll do right now is I will try this on this shirt with what I'm wearing and the shoes, and then I will show you the other ones. So stay tuned. Okay, so here we are, guys, and yeah, I'll show you this really cute that I'm wearing before we add the shoes. My lighting is probably not good at all, but those are the shoes, and this is the shirt. So let's try this on. I think that I did wear this one once. I wore this with a different shirt and everything. I got it over there, but since I got a few more, I thought I could just do this way. And I actually made this little pin so many years ago. And this beautiful neck piece was a gift from I call her my earth angel, because we lost her. She passed in like 2016, and she was the one that actually got me started on making all these neck pieces. She had sent me this, and we used to make them and kind of like inspire each other. And I would send her some, and she would send me some, and I just thought that was the most gorgeous thing. And I just fell in love with the idea, and I just kept on and making them. But anyway, this was the one she had made. But anyway, so let's step back and look at this, so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about with the shirt. Okay, so you see, just by taking in right the way I took it in right here, not really on the sides, but kind of under the bust area here. And of course, different shirts, you could take them in different ways. I've done that, but this worked out perfect, guys. And this didn't cost anything, because basically this shirt was I think this was like a special deal where you fill a bag for a certain amount of money. Anyway, this was one I've had, I think, for a long time. It's oversized anyway. May have been, I can't remember for sure if I recently got this one or if it was one I already had, because I have so many oversized shirts, because I always would add the ruffles and everything. But this is okay, so I'm back, and I want to show you how I was going to style the whole aesthetic of the way I would style this kind of shirt. But anyway, this was another one of the things that I recently just made, and I think it turned out so cute. It's a cutest little handbag. Well, it's a little shoulder strap, and I actually came across, showing another video or another clip, that I had this is like a beautiful whole huge piece of curtain is what it was, of as you can see, kind of a brocade-ish. And so I was so thrilled to find that, because I love to use those with the handbags, and this was the tabs for the curtain part that I just sewed into the thing so that I could just add a little shoulder strap. Simple as can be, guys. I added the fringe. I added this little decoration, and this is a vintage pin. So we'll add this to the look as well. Yeah. I love to mix like denim and tapestries and brocades, because they can be so dressed up or so casual, and that's what the whole idea was for this look, with like the fancy shoes, but you got the jeans, and then you got the shirt, and then this is my idea. So I have lots of vests. I love vests, and had this one for a very long time. So the whole idea was to be able to wear a vest over the shirt. And I loved the way the fit was with the vest. When I actually took it in a little bit, it looked better to me that way than just big and bulky with the vest, because it still gave it an oversized look, but it just added that little special, I don't know, that old world look. And so yeah, this was the whole idea of that look. And then of course you can take a vest, guys. One of the creations I'm going to show you is I actually made a vest because I wanted to make a very casual summertime vest, and so I'll show you that in a moment. But you take a vest over any kind of oversized shirt, whether you tuck it in or not, it just looks really cute. And yeah, so that's the first little look that I'm going to share. So stay tuned, and I will show you the next thing. And I just wanted to say about these looks here is, these are looks that you can go through your closet and you can pull together different pieces. As I said, it doesn't cost anything to take one of the oversized shirts, take your husband's, boyfriend, or whoever's shirt, you know, that they don't care that you take, and you can just totally create the look. And that is what all these looks are. And so they're strictly on a budget. And when I show you how to make this other vest, which was practically free, and it can be something that you pull out of your own drawers to make, because it's made basically out of a t-shirt. but it's so amazing. So, okay, just wanted to add in that these things are super budget friendly, and that makes them even more fun. Just go ahead and switch up. And there's so many different ways to style things. I'm just so amused because I have to wear overshirts anyway. Now this is one, guys, that I have had for, and this was, I even got a pictures of me wearing this before, and I think I tied it up real high and I made it into a different kind of look with it, but it was it's a big one. It was huge, huge, huge. So what I did was I totally transformed it. It had super long sleeves. It was super box, super big. So what I did was I did not waste any part that I cut off, and I'll explain that. The sleeves, I said, came over my hands, so I cut them to where they were about to here. And of course I hemmed them. I did the same thing with the darts or the gathers. So I measured from my buttons down, and now these aren't perfect because I don't really get into being perfect when I come to my creations. This is the overall look of things, you know. But you could, if you, like I said, if you wanted to measure it out. But anyway, I used my button method. I count the buttons down and the buttonholes, and I added these little gathers. On this one, I actually, because the shirt was so big, I double gathered. I added gathers underneath the bust, and also one side has a pocket, so you always have to be extra careful with your measurements, because I had to go up over the pocket a little bit to take in the gathers. But it did work out. It did work out perfect. I had to kind of take one of the stitches out and redo it until I really got it right. But then I went on into the side. So what I did though was I actually, before I did that, I took in the whole side of the shirt, because it was just too wide, guys. So you can do that with a super big shirt, boxy shirt. That lets you know that it does not matter the size. If it's too big for you, you can work with it. If it's way, way too big for you, you can definitely work with it. So what I did was I cut that, I stitched that up so that it would not be so boxy and wide. And then I added a stitch, the same stitch on the seam line underneath the armpit. I just added those gathers again. Being black, it's kind of hard to tell, but you can see, you'll see when I try this on. You gotta realize this was a totally boxy looking thing, and now it's a totally amazing little cute fitted type shirt. So what I did was, and I had this lace and I had scraps, so I wanted to add a little something special to it. So what I did was I made these little streamers of the leftover fabric from this and the lace, and I had, of course, I had extra buttons when I altered the shirt, so I made them where they would slip into the buttonholes so that they're completely detachable for when you wash them. So yeah, so you just button them to put them in, and unbutton and take it out by the button. And then on this one, the same concept was, this had the loophole on this side, this one, not the button, but the loophole worked just well because I just took the loophole and I fastened it onto the button. So it's simple, simple, simple. It can't be more simple. And then I had an extra piece. I had a little more lace, and I added a little piece of lace in the pocket. So when I try this on, you'll see how really amazing. I wish if I can get the before picture of this, I definitely will, but I'm not sure that I will be able to do that. But yeah, so as you can see, it's super cute, it's super fitted now. And of course, I would not wear it with this shirt. This is a little too frilly. So let's go ahead, guys. I'm going to try it on the way I would want to wear it. I'm just wearing a simple tee underneath here. Got this gorgeous little band. So let's go ahead and quickly take this off. No worries, I'm completely covered. And yeah, take this off, which is a little tough, I've had forever. But, okay. So yeah, super cute. And I get a much more true to size fit with the shirt now. So yeah, this as well would be cute with a vest over it, but it's just, this just added the whole look and then the gather. And you have to remember, it's still a loose fitting shirt, but it's just fitted, it's just slightly fitted. This would be really cute because you see I've got this lace, so to kind of tie all that in, you could add your little belt. And yeah, so now I have a shirt that I can actually wear. I don't have to wear, okay, I love the long shirts because they protect my arms and my hands. But the cool thing about this was, as I said, I used every piece of fabric. And guys, this is amazing. I forgot to bring these to show you, but what I did was I saved the cuffs. The cuffs are what was attached to the sleeve that I cut off. And the cuffs actually, now this was a very fine shirt. This is like silk. But the cuffs actually had buttons. They had a nice big band. And there was quite a bit of fabric left over them. So I cut that, when I cut that off, and this is just by accident, I thought, hey, these will make the perfect little hand warmers. They don't have to be, I mean, I don't really know what to call them, but you can wear them in the summer to keep your hands protected from the sun. I've made hundreds of those kind of things, but this was a whole new concept. So now it's like, wow, you can make these out of the cuffs of the big shirts that you're repurposing, you're revamping. So anyway, what I'm going to do with that is I'm just going to set the buttons over just a little so that I can fasten. They're already sewed and everything, and you'll have a little tighter fit. And then it has some fabric that comes to here. And what I thought I would do was add some lace to make it a little bit longer for a finished look. And when I do get that project done, I will share that with you. But yeah, so this is, you can see the look now of the cute little amazing shirt. So yeah, so that's the other look, guys. And I don't want this to be too long, but as you can see, couldn't be more simple, guys. I actually made these while I was out sitting in my vehicle. And yeah, I was able to do both of this and the vest that I made within less than an hour. It's that simple to do. Now it depends on how elaborate you want to do, but do it, you know, I'm not like super like a perfectionist, but I was quite pleased with the way it worked out. And I would say it took about an hour to do this. Maybe an hour and 10 minutes, not very long. The vest, on the other hand, was super quick, super easy. And let me show you the vest. The vest was made out of a t-shirt. And I wanted a vest that was kind of a cross between a fantasy romantic vest that can be worn with the big shirts under or over, or I wanted it to be a cross really between a vest and a corset. So that's what this turned out to be, and all I did was, this was a humongous t-shirt, guys. It actually was a very huge t-shirt. So I had to do some cutting on it. I really had to do some cutting, but I did cut off a lot, and I left the neck part, and as you can see, I made a little, like a lapel, and I tacked it down to there, and then I kind of measured it, but I just eyeballed it, you know, because once you know kind of your fit and your sizes, it's a lot easier. But I folded the fabric over even more to give it, because t-shirts, the great thing about that is they don't fray, and if you do some double fabricing, like folding and sewing, it gives a lot of support and structure to the vest you're making. So that gives it a very amazing look. And so this had like this emblem on it, and I didn't like that. So I took the extra fabric and I made just a little flower type thing, and I sewed that on there to cover that up. And then I had leftover fabric from the hem, and that's what I used to give it a corset type of look and a fitted vesty look. And I measured that down from my lapel to my waist, and I wanted this to kind of be an open, long type vest. So I measured it down so that I tied the two on each side, and that's where you'll tie it, and that's where you'll get your look that I'm talking about. And you'll see here what I mean. Let's take this off. It's super, super easy. Could not be easier. And so what you do is you tie it. Now, the way I cut it, though, is important, because I wanted it to have the vest points. I did not want it to be really super casual. I wanted it to look like a real vest, you know, like a old world vest, but that's what the beauty of the t-shirt is. It's like super, super duper casual. It's cool in the summer, so you can get that casual, cute look with that super dressy look, you know. But as you can see, so when you did that, and when you measure it, you see how it kind of pulls in here. It cinches this in. You can see in the back, it cinches that in. It's kind of low here, like I wanted it. And yeah, I was super amazed at how this turned out. Actually, I could not believe it. I'm excited. I cannot wait to try this with different colors even, and different embellishments, like maybe adding some little tassels or beads to the points. But anyway, I wanted to share it with you because I think it's so healthy and fun. And if you're anything like me, or if you're anything like have that creative little bit of creativity in you with that kind of thing, with sewing and stuff like that, this is super easy. And like I said, this is free, because you can go in and get your own t-shirts that you already have. Or this actually did come from Fill a Bag for like a big bag too. Fill a big bag like for, I think it's like $8 or $9. And yeah, so there you have that. Cute little vest. You can wear it all different ways. It would be cute with the long shirts, and it would be cute just, you know, with a t-shirt or big puffy sleeves. It would be cute with a dark colored shirt, the accent, the light color. But anyway, so that's a great idea. Super fun. super duper easy. And yeah. So I came up with this look all on my own, because all the ones that I saw I didn't really like that much. They just didn't have the structure that I wanted, and they were more looser and longer. I wanted very fitted. I wanted it to, like I said, to have a little bit of a corset fit to it. So that worked out really well. And then I'll show you the other shirt. Let's see the other shirt. Because I'm going to go ahead and use the vest again. I love that vest. I've always loved this shirt, guys, but honestly, I wasn't wearing it, and I thought to get the most use out of this, I need to do the same thing. I need to take it in, and the way this one turned out is amazing. So let me show you. Let me just see. Easily slip this on. Nice long sleeves. Protected in the summer from the heat. I love this because it had shoulder pads. I like shoulder pads. They add structure and add to the whole fit of the shirt. So as you can see now, it's no longer a big old boxy shirt. It's quite cutely fit. It almost, the way I do it is I almost do them high enough to just give them a little bit of that baby doll fit. I really like that, but you can make it lower if you want. That's your preference. But yeah. So as you can see, I know it's not perfect. But what I did then was I added this vintage, very old vintage lace on either side to actually tie it in and cinch it in a little more. So I guess you get the whole idea of that. If you'd seen it before, you would totally you'd see the difference. But hopefully you can tell. I know the lighting's not great. I thought this was super cute with this vest. This is the most gorgeous vest, guys. Look at this vest. See this brocade pattern on that? And this has cherubs and all this, these heavenly little, it's just such a beautiful, it's like a toile. It's got the angels, the cherubs, and all that, the swirls and all that. And then I add the vest. And yeah, so you can look like a fantasy, but yet super duper casual because you're wearing this with jeans anyway, you know. And yeah, so this is the second one. You can wear it either the vest open, or you can button the vest, and it just gives it that really cute look. And that is the other newest look I've been working on. Been loving these ideas of working with these oversized shirts because I have done so many things with oversized shirts. I've added ruffles, I've altered it. This was so simple to do, and the whole idea behind this look is because I wanted to add vest to the shirts, and that's another reason. Let's try that t-shirt vest on with this. The whole reason why I made, okay, so this is like a super lightweight fabric. Super reason why I may get this t-shirt vest is because there's no weight to it. You can definitely wear it in the hottest days of summer, as with a lot of vests, are not made for summer really. You can wear them as long as you wear a t-shirt or even nothing under them. But this kind of vest is perfect for the hottest days of summer, right in the sea. I love that with this shirt even though the other one was more, gorgeous. This too is super cute. So yeah. I hope that you like this, guys. Scoot it back over a minute. And let me sit under my fan because it's super duper warm. I'm super thirsty. So you can see the vest. I love the gray. It's like a very light gray, so it is neutral and it will go with anything. It will go with whites, it will go with grays. It even went with this. And so yeah, so inspiration on how you can just do the simplest little techniques, sewing techniques, to totally transform a shirt or a t-shirt into a very stylish but yet very casual, wearable look that you can dress up or dress down. And my whole idea is to dress these things down with like different kinds of blue jeans and stuff. And can you see the shoes, guys? Oh my God. Here we go. Can you see the shoes? The shoes are everything. When I saw the shoes, I was like, oh my God, are they gonna fit? And they fitted, and I was like, I felt like Cinderella that had found the glass slipper. So yeah, I was super happy. So, anyway, guys, peace out. We can share light, positivity, creativity, and love. We are helping the world can do it. I love you. Peace out. Stay true. See you soon. No, it's not perfect. It's not just it tastes so good to you. It's not.
out these little yellow flowers with some of the